I had seen Finding Dory before, but I'd never reviewed it. So I decided it was time to give it another watch, and I remember liking it well enough, but maybe not as much as Finding Nemo, and I was keen to see if that was how I would still feel. The film was released in 2016, which seems like not a long time ago, but also quite a long time ago. It's directed by Andrew Stanton and Angus McLean, and it's written by Andrew Stanton and Victoria Strauss, and we have a cast, an incredible voice cast, to name just a few. We, of course, have Ellen DeGeneres as Dory. We also have Burrell, Kaitlin, Olson, Diane, Keaton, Eugene, Levy, Idris, Elba, Dominic West, Bill Hader, Sigourney Weaver, Brad Garrett, John Ratzenberger, and the voice cast is obviously fantastic. The quality of the animation, absolutely stunning. My favourite bit of animation is Little Dory. Absolutely adorable. I think cuter than Little Nemo. Well, average-sized Nemo, I think. And the story itself is quite sweet, and I rather enjoyed it. Dory is wondering where she came from. She wants to know about her family, about her parents, and this is her journey. But I don't want to give away too much of that, but as she goes in search of these answers, there are obviously a lot of obstacles along the way. And we have Marlin and Nemo, who are, of course, on the journey as well, and lots of other really wonderful sea creatures. And I rather enjoyed it. I thought it worked well as a narrative, and I think the story is very well executed. I think it's something a lot of people might be able to relate to with regards to how Dory felt about her own identity and really needing those answers. And obviously just as a fun adventure story, that works really well as well. We have a little bit of comedy here. We have some gorgeous animation, some really great characters. I think it's a really solid film. And actually, I was quite surprised, well, kind of surprised, and I'll explain. Surprised to see that it had 7.2 out of 10 across 317,000 reviews and ratings on IMDb, which is a phenomenal score. It's not that I don't agree with it, because I absolutely do, but I was surprised because I don't really hear a lot of people praising this film. I don't hear a lot of people talking about it very much. That's not to say it doesn't happen, but for a film to be 7.2, I'd expect to hear a lot of people talking about it quite frequently, and that's just, for me at least, not the case. So it's a phenomenal rating, and I completely agree. I was curious, just by contrast, Finding Nemo has 8.2 out of 10 across 1.1 million reviews and ratings. I don't think I've ever reviewed a film that has 1 million or more reviews and ratings on IMDb. That's incredible. That's absolutely phenomenal. That's insane. Very, very impressive. So clearly Finding Dory is a very worthy sequel. I'm kind of surprised that based on the success of those two films, they haven't done a Finding Nemo 3. I'm not necessarily saying I want that, but also if they did do that, I'd be very keen to see what it would be about. I know there have been various shorts and things, but they've done really well with those films. Pixar have done fantastically well with those. I'm really surprised there's not especially since it's been 9 years or almost 9 years since Finding Dory came out, I'm surprised they haven't jumped to do a third one. Maybe they will. Either way, Finding Dory is a really great film, a fabulous story, very well executed. And I've also only just realised that there were 13 years between the release of Finding Nemo and Finding Dory. I didn't realise it was such a gap between them. So technically we have another 4 years until Finding Nemo 3 would come out, keeping up with that pattern. I'm rambling now. Finding Dory is a brilliant film, great story, very well executed, emotional, but I'd say not quite as emotional as Finding Nemo, but definitely still very effective. Gorgeous animation, great voice acting, great characters. Finding Dory is a pretty fabulous Disney Pixar film.